Welcome back to the Behind the Bars series. As you can tell, it is the Christmas special, and here's what we've got for you in this week's episode. So, like I said, welcome back to another episode. It is the Christmas special. As you can see, I've gone all out. Not really. I've got a nice fancy hat, bit of tinsel on the desk, that's as much as you're getting. I'll add some nice little Christmas transitions just to try and make it a little more Christmassy. But if you haven't already, and if you are enjoying the series, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like, comment down below, share it with your friends. It really does help. I'm enjoying making this content, and I'm having some really good feedback with it. If you haven't already noticed, if you've been watching the last couple of episodes, the scenery is a little different. I've changed it up a little bit. We've got a little Trials shelf behind me here. So we've got my 2025 media pass from when I went to the TDM. I've got my bib somewhere that I'll put up as well. We were allowed to take those, I didn't steal it. Definitely didn't steal that massive banner either. I have taken that down, that's in the garage now. A few Slip Whip products, something I've got from Matt Dixon and Harry Turner Training Day. We've got the Trials magazine. If you've got this issue, I'm in it. So if you want signatures, let me know. A few programs and stuff. Poster of Dougie that's signed. Got a few other posters we'll transition and swap out and stuff. And we've got my Manx 2-Day mug from the 2025 Manx 2-Day. So I'll try and collect more stuff and find more things that I can put on the shelf, interchange and stuff like that, just to keep it fresh. But anyway, let's get into this episode. We're going to start, like always, with some Trials crashes. I'm running a little low on crashes now, so if you're seeing this video and you know that you've got a crash of your mate, or your mate's got some, or you've got some of yourself, send them in to my Instagram or Facebook page and they'll be featured onto the channel. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the crashes.
Abandon ship! Puta mierda ya! Hostia puta!
No, just a dab.
Right again, and then go. Confidence, she's saying it. Oh, let go.
So that was the crash segment. Nice to see a few sidecars in there. Having grown up around sidecars and my mum and granddad and stuff, and grandma and uncle, they've had some big crashes in the time. I know sidecar crashes can be big because there's more bike to hit you when you're coming crashing down a hill. But yeah, if you've got any more videos, please send them over. Otherwise we might have to skip the old crash segment, but I know everyone loves them. It's a great little... Everyone falls off, so everyone must have some videos. Like, if any top riders are watching this, send in your crashes, because it's nice to know that the pro riders also crashed as well. But anyway, let's get to the next segment. Seeing as this is a Christmas episode, I thought I'd get myself to a Christmas trial and get some filming done. So this year I've gone to the Kirkby Christmas trial. I tried to go last year, but like schedule and stuff didn't permit. So I've headed over there, got a little vlog, some nice footage of riders and stuff, all enjoying themselves. It was pretty nippy, but it's December, so we'll head over to the Joel that's over at the Kirkby Christmas trial and see what's going on. So, we're at the Kirkby Christmas trial today, run by Ripon Motor Club. I've never been to one of these before. I always see stuff online every year. I tried to go last year, but didn't quite work out schedule wise. So I'm excited to be here now. Just having a long walk over to those trees to a group of sections to catch the experts, which are setting off in just under 15 minutes. So should be a good day. They've got like 2 laps of almost 20 sections, I think, or it might be 20 sections, I'm not too sure, can't remember. But should be a good day. Where am I going here? This way. Don't forget, like, subscribe, all that lot. Get a vlog in there, probably get a second video as well that's going to go separately for the Kirkby Christmas trial today. So should be a good day out. Hopefully you all enjoy. And I'll try and get speaking to some of the riders. We've got some decent expert riders here as well, and a load of people we know, so it should be a good day out. Who have we got here? We've got Mr. Live Streamer, Neil Sturgill. Mr. Live Streamer. You've got best section here.
Well, yeah, it's alright. I've got myself a seat, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so...
But I mean, I find if I'm not right,
We're at section, what I believe is 3, I think. Expert riders just started to show up. We've got Dan and Alice. All right. A lot of chatting, but not much riding going on here. Tell you what, sun may be out, but my hands are freezing. Just left section 3. Quite a few experts struggle on it, to be fair, it's quite slippy. I'm going to, let me try and count, 3, 4, 5, 7. I'm on the way to 7 now because it's the one with the big jump, so should get some good footage. I've come into the bottom because you can't quite tell from the top how tall this is behind me. But the experts are going up that. It's bloody massive. And there's the observer enjoying his sausage sandwich, Mr. Neil, Mr. Livestream. for seeing how I'm about to give this jump a go. Dan Clark gave us a little bit of a tail whip whilst he was going up in the air, but so star points go to him. I don't know if anyone else is going to try anything like that, but we'll see. Got Max now. Go the next section to go. This first step is a hefty one. Straight up. Those rocks are slippy there. Flat. Staircase, you've got to get it right. So that was the first segment of the Kirkby Christmas trial. We'll pick up with the rest of the event later in this episode, but for now we're going to get into some trials news. So this news update is very heavily 2026 trials, what to expect, and personally I think it's going to be a brilliant year for the trials community, especially in the UK. Loads of different events, the amount of effort and stuff being put into these events to make them better and stuff, just for the whole trials community, is just going to really improve the sport as a whole in the UK. And kicking off this, we are starting with the S3 Trials Championship. So it's the National Trials Championship. Marty Hill has sent over some information for me because he's become more involved with the S3 Championship now, and him and Pippa Laverty, who has a heavy involvement with the Trials GB series, FIM and women in sports, she's also got a part of it with the social media side of things along with Marty. So he sent a few things over for me to tell you about and stuff. See, these Trials Nationals are some of the best trials in the country. If you're looking to ride Scotland maybe, these are all road trials, so these are a perfect way of getting ready for that kind of trial. So if you ride the whole series, you're going to have several different events. I think there's 11 rounds of road events you've got, so then you can progress on to the Manx 2-day, do the Scottish and stuff, so it will help you as a rider as a whole. But starting off, I'll put the list up here. We've got the 2026 dates. Now, I'm not going to read them all out, but there's 11 rounds, and there's one every month from February to October, but February includes 2 of them, and so does April, so there's 2 in those 2 months. The rest are spread out across the year, February to October, so you'll have 1 a month to look forward to. So that's brilliant, all ran by different clubs, so it's nice to see a load of different clubs getting involved and pushing these trials forwards. Moving on to the series information, I'm going to just read out what I've been provided to tell you here. You can check out their Facebook page and Instagram page for all the other details. That's where everything's going to be published to keep you up to date. But series information, the S3 National Trials Championship can trace its roots all the way back to the very first trials competitions. Today it remains a true test of endurance, both rider and machine. With a course of around 30 miles, it delivers a full day of challenging, rewarding riding. So you'll have 2 routes, 2 sets of different coloured flags you'll follow throughout the day, and that's red and blue, which will be for the experts, and you'll have yellow and white for clubmen. Now there are 2 routes, but there are 4 classes. One of them is new for this year, and that is S3 Expert, the S3 Clubman Under 40, the S3 Clubman Over 40, and new for the next series is the S3 Women, which is good. I'm glad that's been put in. That's a brilliant step forward. There's a lot of female riders that are very capable of doing these, so I'm sure it's going to be a popular series. Just some more information. What experience do I need to be able to do the championship? You need to be a good club level rider. The majority of those riding the club route will usually ride as an inter at a club trial. So if you do the 50-50 between yellows and experts, or are a very competent yellow rider, that's if yellow is your middle route. I know the ACU are trying to crack down on making sure everyone has the same colours. But if you're a very capable rider, then these events are going to be for you. What ACU's licence do you need? So this is a very good point, because obviously ACU have just changed the licensing system, how much they are, and it could be a little confusing on which one you need. But for this, all you need is a club licence, which costs £35. You can do that via Sport 80 and so and so. Do you need a road licence? Yes, you do. So obviously to get in between different parts of the course, it will be on road. That is one of the big positives for this series, is you've got different pieces of land that you'll be going to, so you'll have a variety of different obstacles, from rivers to rocks to banks to mud. So that's what makes this championship that bit better as well. So yes, the riders are responsible to ensure they and their machine are road legal, so that is up to you guys to sort. And how do I enter? Clubs will advertise on Sport 80 events page with details on when and how you can enter an event. I'm pretty sure on the social media side of things as well, they'll advertise when entries are open and all that lot, and so will the club's own Facebook page. Moving on to the final bit, and that is one of the event sponsors, and that is John Shirt Motorcycles. I'm sure all of you know who John's shirt is. He's just wrote a little something about why he's being involved and what you can get out of riding these championships. So I'll just read it as it says. Of course, you can also find this on their social media page. I'm happy and proud to continue our long-standing S3 parts support for the 2026 ACU S3 National Trials Championship. Our support started many years ago after the original series sponsor MCN stopped, and we started with Novagar as title sponsor before we changed to S3. The championship for me needs to say as a clubman championship of more of the traditional type of events, which I believe make a very popular and enjoyable championship. It's great to be working alongside the rejuvenated ACU Trials Committee. New for 2026, we are also awarding vouchers for the winner and the following classes, and that is at every round. This is not for the overall winner, this is every round, so there's a reason for you to be attending and fighting for that number 1 spot. So, the S3 Clubman under 40 at each round, the winner will get a £50 TED voucher, so Trials Enduro Direct. The S3 Clubman over 40 and the S3 women will also get this get the same thing at every round. So it just gives you all the more reason to get to these events, get on your bike and just have some fun, and you'll be rewarded with it throughout the series. So if you're a very good rider and you're confident you could win some of these events, you could be walking away with over hundreds of pounds worth of Trials Enduro Direct vouchers, so why not? Anyway, on to the next bit. So moving on to some more events, and this one's a little closer, and that is the X-Trial in Leeds in January. So obviously both Hemingway brothers are going to be riding this as it's on their home turf. I'm pretty sure in Harry's most recent vlog he's literally a 10-minute drive from his house, not even that. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be very gassed with this. Obviously George is its first time competing in the X-Trial. I don't know if he's the wild card or he's just been selected, but good luck to him. It's Harry's first year in the X-Trial and he's been doing brilliant. I'm pretty sure he's got a few 4th places. I believe at last night's, it was a double header this weekend, he got another 4th place. I believe it was a very difficult X-Trial from what I've seen. There were some high scoring marks. Obviously Bo managed to get some cleans, but he was over like 15 or so marks on one of the nights, which is high for him, so you know it's a tough one. But I'm pretty sure Harry secured 4th in the X-Trial as a whole this championship, which is brilliant for your first time round. But they've recently just been to Leeds United to do some advertising for the X-Trial in Leeds. If you want a better look at that, if you head over to Harry's YouTube channel, I'll leave the link down below. He put a video up of a vlog. They basically did a little demo outside the ground before game kicked off, and a lot of like Red Bull stuff. Then both brothers and Dougie were both involved, got the crowd looking forward to it. I'm sure they've managed to sell some extra tickets just from that alone. But yeah, Harry's video shows you quite well what went off and stuff like that, gives some really good promotion, and I'm sure being from Leeds fans and everything, they loved that. I didn't love the score so much that Leeds played Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea fan. I'll just wipe that from my memory, but Leeds fans need all the help they can get, so I'll give them that. But yeah, X-Trial Leeds, a lot of tickets are sold out now. They've been doing some promotional stuff to get some extra VIP tickets and stuff like that, but I think the most recent Rock Oil one ended this weekend, so you might have just missed out on that. But head over to the website if there's any tickets left, get your tickets booked. Some of the best trials riders in our country and across the world will be competing in this, and it is a brilliant show, and they're really pushing this. Just to give you a quick preview on what to expect, they've recently put up like a 3D render video on what the course is going to be like, so I'll stick that up now before we head into the next segment. So, moving on to the final part of this news update, the Trials GB official social media account have posted updates, basically, some official stuff that's going to be happening in the new series for 2026. So starting off with the youth, we've had some youth series enhancements. So they have lowered the section difficulty to encourage more club rider participation, to try and get those youth riders involved in some proper championships, and hopefully they work their way up the ladder, because we just do have a problem with youth riders transitioning into these trials because they're so hard. So the lowering of the difficulty will help this out, I believe. Electronic scoring has been introduced. I know some old observers and stuff are going to be like, oh, I don't want to do that, but it's very easy to use. And if you're worried about using it, or you're hesitant on observing one of these events because you don't know how to use it, I've posted a video on 1, how to observe, and 2, how the app's used. Both of them are here. I'll also leave a link in the description for you to go over to those videos. They're very helpful. And also there's more consistent media coverage, awards, industry engagement across the championship. So I'll be trying to help a little bit with the youth championship. I'm mainly involved with the main adult one. But I believe they are trying to get me involved with some of the stuff just so it's pushed out more and everyone is seeing how good of a championship these things are. So moving on to the Trial GB, the main one is a new class structure for 2026. So the Youth A and B classes are now known as Trial 3 and Trial 4, which kind of makes sense. You've got Trial GB at the top, and then Trial 2, and then you'll have 3 and 4. So it just goes down in a number sequence. It makes sense, very similar to FIM and how they run the Trial GPs. Riders moving to an A-class licence in 2026 can choose to stay in Trial 4 if they want. So they're extending the amount of time they can stay in Trial 4, because obviously the gap is so big that some riders are just like discouraged and filter out of the sport because they move up and they're just not enjoying it and it's a lot more difficult for them. So this is to encourage people to stay in the sport and have fun, which is what we need. Trials 3 Girls has been introduced, and that is for Youth A and B licence holders, and there also is a Trials 3 Women, which is for adult riders. The Trials GB regulation on safety updates. So knee and back protectors are now compulsory for 100% for riders. I know I mentioned some of this stuff in the last episode, but this is the official statement saying this is happening. Assistants, so minders, must continue to wear protective clothing and helmets. So boots, most likely their own set of riding gear and a helmet, because some of these sections are big, the bikes come crashing down. If you've got boots on and a helmet but then some shorts, it's not really good. It's not, what's the point? We've now got a technical control area to manage the bikes and everything, make sure everyone's following the rules, they're on the same bike and stuff like that. And environmental mats are required for all competitors at these events, just to try and keep people happy environmentally wise. Like, we're bikes running on land where nature is and stuff like that, so they're always going to be against us, so anything we can do to just try and get them on our side a little bit is always a help. Anyway, that's the news updates. All those things I've mentioned, I'm going to try and get to a few of the S3s to film that. I'll be at all of the Trial GB championships to film those, possibly as some of the youth. I'm going to get a vlog at the X Trial. I'll be at the TDN next year, so they've got a lot of footage for us to go into next year on the channel. But for now, let's move on to the next segment, which I believe is going to be the Behind the Bars Challenge. Just a quick side note before we get into the Behind the Bars Challenge. The guys and girls over at the South Shropshire Trials Club have just sent in some information about the Vic Britain Trophy Trials. So the entries are open. The event will be taking place on Sunday the 8th of February 2026. The last time I was updated, there were only around 20 entries left. So if you were thinking about attending this event or riding it, get your entry in. I've got all the information on the screen, as you can see, but you can also head over to their Facebook page and website and find all of it. Start time, riders are away at 9 o'clock in 1 minute intervals, and there is a 6-hour time limit. The fuel won't be available at the start. The start venue is Peckledy Farm. in South Shropshire. As you can see, the what 3 words and the postcode are on there as well, so feel free to take a screenshot of the video if you're struggling to find it on Facebook or anything. Entry fees are £35. What else? Entries open. They opened on the 8th of December. They'll be closing on the 31st of December, so make sure you get your entries in before then. But if you don't hurry up, they might already all be gone. 120 spaces are the maximum they are allowed to have. So yeah, if the riders must hold a current ACU trials registration license. It is a grade A road trial. So if you've got any other questions or stuff like that, message the club. All the info is there for you, and get your entry in for this brilliant trial. So got a fair few people having a go at the time course now. Lewis Harvey, Max Berry. This absolute melt up here, Connor Bowles over. He's getting to go. Enduro rider, he should piss it. But Ryan Lawson's got fastest time, 16 something seconds. I'll put on the screen, so we'll see how he does. It's getting serious now. It's getting serious now. Getting serious now. We've got a fair few people giving it a go. Oh, he's gone the wrong way. He's struggling. Connor's going for it now. This is his practice go. Oh, he's cocked that up. So first up in this episode, we've got Max Perry on his 125 gas. Let's see how he gets on. It is a very wet and greasy, so it's going to be a difficult one. He just selected the gear and he's off. Taking the first bit a little steady, because in the practice runs these guys were struggling. Nearly put a foot down there, but he resisted. Remember, a dab is a second on your time for every dab that you make. Goes a little slow around the top there, but he's making a lot of speed up down the bottom here. Will he cut the corner like the previous riders? He has done, and he's across the line. We'll look at everyone's time when they've all been through. Next up on the course is Lewis Harvey on his 125cc Beta. Let's see how he gets on. Right, he's off. Taking the first bit a little faster than Max. Holding on there. Just gets a dab there. So that's 1 second on his time. He's doing the top bit quite quick. Again, that top corner does slow a lot of people down because you don't want to dab. He's coming back down here. Not quite as fast as Max, but he's still looking good. He also cuts the corner. I think that's going to be a popular line, and he almost dabs at the end there, but he holds on. Next up, we've got Miles Dolphin on his 300cc gas. There's a lot of gas riders that's having a go at this behind the bars challenge, but let's see if he can beat Ryan Lawson's time. Gets a good start, takes it a little steady there, back end slits, but he resists dabbing. Oh, unlucky there though. He's took a dab, so that's a second on his time. Managed to pick up a time there again. Quite slow on that top corner. I've not really seen anyone take it really quickly. He's coming down this bit really quick. I'm expecting someone to go over the bars sooner or later, and he's across the line. Let's see who's next. Next up, we've got Jake Shepherd, one of the 3 not so wise men I was on about, along with Miles and Colin Bowles over. He is on a 300cc gas as well, so let's see how he does. Takes the first bit quite slow like everyone else. Gets a good line going through there. He has took a dab though. That first rock is quite slippery. This middle bit, a lot of riders are picking a lot of time up. Oh, I've slipped over there. I missed him a little bit. But he did do that top corner quite quickly. He's not coming down as quick as Miles. Slow over that last rock there. And he's across the line. I think he dabbed just as his front wheel went over the line there. And last up to complete the behind the bars challenge for this episode is Connor Bowles over. Again, another 300cc gas rider. He does have enduro experience like the other 2, so let's see how he gets on. He's straight into this. Didn't give me time to record, but he's wasting no time at all. Very smooth with it, no dabbing as of yet. Takes that top corner quite quick. This could be a contender for Ryan Lawson's top spot here. Will he knock Ryan off? He takes that last bit really quick, and he's across the line. Let's see how they get on. Right, let's have a look at this leaderboard. So Ryan Lawson is still in first position with a 16.25. Edwin James still hanging on to that second place as well with a 17.02. Connor Bolsover has managed to move himself up into third position with 18 seconds flat. That VW does stand for very wet. All of these riders will be getting a second attempt in the summer in the dry if they want to try and set a better time. Ben James has been moved down into fourth place with Connor's time just edging him. Max Perry then got a 20 seconds flat, while Miles, Lewis and Jake all got time penalties, and Max didn't, so that managed to solidify a fifth position for him. Miles Dolphin is in sixth with a 21.6, Lewis just behind him with a 21.8, and Jake Shepherd in eighth position with a 23.5 now completes the leaderboard. Next episode, we're going to have Max Goller having a go at this. We'll see if he can knock Ryan Lawson off that top spot. He does compete in the British Championship, so he might do if he's had a good attempt. But now, let's get back to the Kirkby Christmas trial. A sausage cobbler and brownie. Some of you may call it a bap, or a tea cake, or a bomb. You're all wrong. It's a cob. I'm going to enjoy this because my hands are freezing. It's warming up. Brownie looks nice. I hope it's not got nuts in because I'm allergic. I didn't ask, so we'll find out later.
We're going to get a bit of music playing in a bit, create some atmosphere, as well as you get the chance to see these boys in the
They are, as far as events go, it's a well put together trial. We've got a massive mark here. Aldis making some noise. We've got a massive marquee, some flags and banners. Like they've put the diggers up to make the sections look a bit more appealing. Toilets, burger van, the lot. Like it's well put together for spectators and riders to have a good trial. So hats off to them for putting this trial on. It's a brilliant event. Like I said, it's the first time I've been to this. But it's a cracking trial. I might even ride it next year. So I'll have to get a new camera to attach to my chest so that's on right. And then again I can't because it's ACU in it. ACU rules. See if we can change that.
So we've got two aces in the section at the moment. This is section. I'm having a different conversation with someone else. So yes, yellow markers, the easier. The green marker for the next class, you might say, intermediate route. When established riders, been riding for a long time, a little harder, and then we go to the better class with the top lads, and they're doing the green route. New evolution in this world of trials. It's the way things are going. But
Great. Thanks.
oh, I was just about to say something about Bill then, and he nearly made a mess of it, and I nearly said the word copy. Bill here, a star of the future, certainly coming on real strong nowadays. Really good rider. You can tell he's in the expert class and he rides that. Alice is a bit of an ace, one of the best lady riders in the country, and does the World Championships, travels round with a new minder of recent, Dan Clark, and he's an ace from the past as well, Clarky. What I could tell you about Clarky, might threaten to do so, because it's worth a fiver at least just to shut me up. Around Clarky doing the World Championships and travelling all over the place. It's good that we have
I swear to God, Joel, every time, mate. Every time you're around.
now, and you'll see Clarky there stood at the edge of the section helping out. Referred to as a minder. I know the trials people will know this, but if you're just a bit of a visitor of interest today, then a minder is somebody who's like a second pair of eyes, and also, as you can see at the top of the rocks, this is to assist Alice and they do help out. They're needed. They grab the fork leg, they grab the front wheel, and then the rider can get that off. No damage done. Number 21. He's on the Scorper bike, and as I say, the Scorper and the Sherco are very, very similar. We're into this country through different imports. Probably right across there, until they're not even there. Very confident young fella. Got great talent, come on leaps and bounds, as I say, this last couple of years. Yeah, good on you, Harrison. He is following in his father's footsteps, because his dad, who I know as Brycey, is definitely a star in the past, and he helps out and minds for him. Only recently the two of them went to the same trial, and the old man beat him. Are you feeling it, Bob? want to get out here now because Harrison in section 17 in the orange has been looking at sending him right off like that. There you go. So a slight shift of interest now going over to section 18. Currently with Michael Brown in. Oh no, that's not even Brown, it's Clarky. Must have missed Brownie earlier on. Recently been to the Trials Mania, that's why it's with the Union Jack on it, because it was at the Trials Mania. There we go, lovely ride.
This one.
In both British and the World Championships. Of course, he's our only international rider here today because he's come all the way from Scotland, which is another country. And he always carries his passport in his back pocket. And he rides lovely, as a clean.
So that was the Kirkby Christmas Trial 2026. It was a cold day, but it sure was brilliant. There was some excellent riding and some great sections. The way they looked after the observers there was amazing, where people going around on quads, bringing sausage cobs and stuff, and they are called cobs. They're not baps or anything like this. It's a sausage cob or a sausage sarnie. I'll accept that. But anyway, they were bringing the observers around sausage cobs. They gave them milk, tea, coffee sachets, came around, kept filling their mugs up with hot water and stuff, because it was a cold day, and observers are the most important thing in trials. Without them, honestly, we can't run. So it was great to see them getting involved. We had some tannoy systems explaining what Trials is for any spectators that might have turned up and wasn't too sure what was going on. So it was a brilliant day. They had a good entry of about 180-ish riders, 2 laps of, it was 18 or 20 sections, I can't quite remember now. But brilliant day. If you've not rode before, try and get your entry in for next year, because it sure is worth it. It's well put together. The landowner and the farmer themselves loves Trials, so this is why we can run these kind of events. So it's always great to see that. But heading into the final segment, we're heading back over to Cameo Moto. I know a lot of you enjoyed Isaac Marshall in the last episode. He's back again. He's going to help me give you a tour of the Cameo Moto store. So we've got a trial shop kind of store thing going on here, just to showcase what your local, they are based in Chesterfield, so what your local store might have to offer. These are the professionals, these are people that know everything about Trials and stuff, where to get your bikes from, your best riding gear, any advice and things like that, repairs. They've got them all. So let's head over to Cameo Moto and see what Isaac has to say.
Oh, I'm Isaac and I'm Saturday worker here for Cameo Motors.
Yeah.
So before we go inside, this is well, underneath really where all the magic happens really. So if any of your bikes ever break or you're having some new ones and all getting unboxed, this is where it all really happens really. So then let's go inside and go and have a look at some kit and some fancy looking bikes. Right, first off straight away we've got obviously the best bike, Vertigo. Very nice, this one's a 2026. It is full factory, lovely RS2. So let's go upstairs. Right, as soon as we come in, we're hit with this lovely S3 factory kit. Really like this, big fan of the pink, which is lovely retro colours. We've also got some like Hevo stuff and the fancy Jitsi stuff, like really nice kit. Obviously with the winter months coming in, we've got the lovely like waterproofs to keep us warm in those harsh conditions, and obviously all Richard's fancy helmets underneath. So here's some of our own sort of stuff, like our Cameo like factory stuff, what is all Comas, really nice stuff. Also really would be great for Christmas presents, like 30 quid, what a bargain that is, be brilliant. We've got the Vertigo stuff yet again, Comas waterproofs. All gloves here, £15, brilliant. We've got Jitsi, Comas, we've got the whole shebang really. And we've got our little bargain baskets here. A massive selection of gloves, you've got 100% all the way to muck off, Jitsi, everything really. And we'll go with every bite, every kit. Got some goggles for things like the Scott and the Scottish 6-day, which would be brilliant when you're racing across the moors. We've also got a little selection for like children, it'll fit like about 7 to 9 year olds or something. Little body protectors, little gloves, all sorts. Here we've got a massive range for all bikes really. We've got the Vertigo, we've got the Shercos, we've got TRS stuff, we've got everything. It's really some really nice stuff. We've also got some like casual stuff here, like we've got the Cameo Motors jumpers, and also Comas jackets, everything really. You've buggered this one up, you're gonna have to buy it now. As we come behind the Cameo counter, this is where we'll serve you once you've bought something. We've got a load of bling, we've got all sorts really. We've got Jitsi bar ends, we've got loads of lanyards as well for different colours to match all sorts of different coloured bikes. We've got our Cameo sticker kits, I think those ones for the Vertigos. But yeah, all sorts of bling really. We've also, as we come round here, we've also got all sorts of bling. We've got the S3 carbon fibre Jitsi protectors, we've got the titanium S3 pegs, the titanium Raptor pegs, all sorts. We've got also some Jitsi hubs, which will also look really nice and a bit of bling. If you like your cup of teas and your coffees, we've got the Cameo mugs, Dougie Lampkin water bottles. We've got jet washers, waterproof bags to keep your kit dry, also really good for in the winter. Many Comas umbrellas, which are also really good for observers, again in the winter. I cannot forget though, the limited edition Tony Bow helmet. There's only 318 of these made, and we're really lucky to have quite a few of these in. So if you want a trick out his book, come and get one of these. Right, we've also got a load of bum bags which are really good for minders, what fit a few tools in, loads of pockets, also fit water bottles in and the water bottle holders. Got some rucksacks, again really good for like trials like the Scott. Got some casual Cameo jumpers, what I'm wearing myself, also really good Christmas presents. Right then, now for the best part, the showroom. Right, to start us off then, we've got a load of WD-40, like brake cleaner for your chain, also GT85 for your bike to keep it nice and running nicely. We've got all air filters for all different types of bike. Again, we've got the S3 bags that are again good for minders and big trials like road trials and the Scott. And then obviously again, the bum bags for minders. We've got a massive range of helmets. Got Jitsi, the new Aero helmets have just come in. They're really nice. Hebo, we've got the Tony Bow special helmets. This is actually the newest one out. This one's really nice, really good. Scorpio colours there actually. Comas, Hebo, the whole lot. Also loads of boots, Style Martin. Also, if you don't want observers seeing your dab, get some black boots. They won't see your feet then if it's a bit dingy in the woods. Got the new Hebo boots in, with all this new protection. If you feel like, you know, your feet are clattering on rocks and stuff, I definitely recommend these as they're really good sturdy boot. So as we come over here, we've got loads of brake levers and clutch levers. Again, all different colours for all different coloured bikes. So there'll be always one to match your bike. Got a massive range of tyres here. Got IRCs, we've got Michelin X-Lights. I think we might even have the new Kenders, yeah, down there. All grips, the Renfalls, the Dominoes, throttles. We've got bars here, again, all different colours for all different style of bikes. So there will always be one for them to match. We've even got some carpets, if you fancy having a bit of a carpet to look a bit more factory in your garage. As we come down here, we've got protectors, fork leg protectors, swinging arm protectors, frame protectors. We've got all the protectors for all different bikes really. If you feel like you're getting your bike pretty scratched up, then definitely come and get some of these so it looks better for when you come to sell it really. Let's come down here again, a bit of bling. We've got some really nice selection of pegs. Got the S3s, the Apicos. Loads. Also some plugs. These are a game changer really. We always used to put corks in your exhaust, but these slot in all different sizes of exhaust and it stops mucky water getting in when you're washing your bikes. Again, a brilliant Christmas present for only £6. Right then, also a few multi-tools what fit in your pocket, which are also really good for like club trials and stuff because they're that small you can't really tell you've got them in your pocket. So that's good. Then we've got all of our washing stuff. We've got the Muck Off, we've got the Moto Verde, making your bike squeaky clean. As we come over here, we've got all the oils, Putoline and all your fuel cans. A big range on them. Then we've got a rock oil, again a 2-stroke oil and all that. But as we come into the middle, this is where it all really happens really. We've got the 2025 Adam Replica, Adam Raga this is, and it's blooming gorgeous. Also if you've got any kids and you want him to get him in like the bike and stuff, we've got the little Strider Sherco bikes that are really nice for them to learn on. Right, as we come into the middle, we've got the Dougie Lampkin 2023 Vertigo 300cc. Again, the colourway on this, wow, it's beautiful. We come over here, we've got another Vertigo. We've got the 2024. This is again a 300cc, so plenty of power. And as we come over here, we've got the other version of the 2024, the RS2, with a bit more green on it. Going away from the bikes, if you don't get much time to go on your bike, obviously in the week with the darker nights coming, a Trials push bike's brilliant because they help with all your trials like maneuvers and your hopping, and like you can really convert the skills you learn on a push bike onto your motorbike. Again, so these are up for a really pretty good price, really. This one's our highest spec one actually. It's got the Shimano pedals and the Hope brakes. So yeah, definitely look out for these ones. Also, again, for the kids, like 7-year-olds, 6, 7-year-olds, we've got the electric TRS, absolutely brilliant bike. We've got the 2023 Gas, got a 2024 Gold TRS, I think that one is, a 2021 TRS, 2023 TRS, and then the 2024 Vertigo Works bike. I love this bike, the colours, the green really does pop. I say, I won't do a robbery on that bike though, you're not getting away with that. They'll see you from a mile away. Then you've got the 2026 Vertigo, again looking really nice colourway. And then last but not least, I think this is the 2017 Beta. Again, very nice. And that's it really from the showroom. So then that's it, that's the tour of Cameo Motors. So if you need anything from boots, bikes, helmets to spares, or even your bike being fixed, don't forget, pop in and we'll help you with whatever you need. We're open Monday to Saturday, with Wednesday working till 1 till 7. So if you finish work pretty late, don't worry, pop in on a Wednesday and we're open till 7 o'clock, which is really good. Also a Saturday, we're only a half day, 9 till 12. So yeah.
So that was the Christmas special 2025 of Behind the Bars. I hope you've all enjoyed. Make sure to comment down below any things you'd like to be included in a possible future episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share it with your friends. It really does help. We're really trying to grow the channel here. I just love Trials. I want everything to be doing Trials on here. I just want it to be fun. We'll have our serious sides, we'll have our fun sides, anything to help promote the sport. So yeah, I hope you're all enjoying it, and I'll see you in the new year.